Okay, raffle new is now opened. Exclamation point raffle gets you in again. Yes, you can do everything right and still lose the game or be wrong. Absolutely. So this is Leopard 9 in the Konigsberg. Guys, we're going to have time for one more game after this. Only one more game. So I want you to take a look at this list and figure out what you want to see next. Konigsberg is a fun ship. It's tier 5. You do good stuff. Okoda would like to see a Harugumo replay. Alright, we can do that.
Action stations.
Now this is a carrier battle. What are you doing without standard without premium consumables? Okay, wait. So tier 5 German cruiser. Now the cool thing about this ship is that it's got 2 turrets in the rear, so it's businesses in the back, it's parties in the front. Okay, it's got torpedoes here. These torpedoes, I believe, are 6-kilometer torpedoes, just like all the other torps in the German cruiser line, as well as the turrets. And so you've got 2 launchers on either side. It gives you pretty good firing arcs for those torpedoes. These guns here, the German guns, have a 1/4 HE penetration rule, which means that you can do more penetration with your HE shots. You do not need IFHE. Okay? Flags. We've got flooding reduction, which is, in my opinion, a waste to run. Speed is good. Credit is fine. Consumable reload is a good choice. Fire reduction, it's debatable. Fire chance starting, good. We are using, this is the anniversary camo, which was recently updated. It was only 100% XP earnings. Now it's 100% and something else, commander or free XP. I don't remember which one. Standard consumables, we've got standard TCP, standard hydro, and standard catapult fighter. Now this is, I believe, German hydro. Can I see? Can I see in here? Yeah, I don't know. Well, I can pull up hydroacoustic. 5.1 kilometer range hydro, which is really handy for pushing into destroyers. Okay, by the way, vote for what you want to see next, and I'll go based off of the most voted ship, okay? And I'm going to ask somebody, I don't know who, somebody to do it. I'm trying to mouse over the icon, it's not... See what I mean? It's just a thing with the replay. You can look it up in the wiki. So we're going to do some math, alright? Standard, let's see, calculator. Standard HE pen is 152 divided by 6. These are 152 millimeters. So they will penetrate 25 millimeters of armor. Now, the way that wargaming works is it'll penetrate that 1 millimeter less than that is where it'll pen. Otherwise, it'll shatter. Why is that such a big deal? Because there's a lot of ships that have 25 millimeter armor. This ship right now, stock, if it didn't have the German 1/4 HE pen, would penetrate 24 millimeters of armor. Okay? 24. Keep that in mind. We're going to multiply that by 1.3 for IFHE. Now you're at 33 millimeters of pen. You can penetrate up to 32 millimeters armor. It's pretty much anything that will cause you problems in a battle, like a battleship and stuff like that. Okay? In terms of deck, in terms of bow, stern, stuff like that. There's a couple of differences, but for the most part. 152 divided by 4, 1/4 HE pen rule means that you penetrate 38 millimeters armor, so 37 millimeters armor. Okay? That's pretty nice, pretty sexy. Multiply that by 1.3 if you want to be a jerk and go crazy in IFHE. You are now going to penetrate 48 millimeters armor. 49, go 1 millimeter less, 48 millimeters armor. Unfortunately, that's not enough to chew through the magic 50 millimeters of armor, but that's okay. You are using priority target. No, you're using incoming fire alert. Personally, I would use priority target instead. It's nice to tell you when you're being shot at, but it's more important to know how many people are targeting on you, so if you know you need to disengage or whatever. I need a new mouse then. Whatever. Now, the nice thing about this ship, and you can see it right here, it's a really good kiting ship. So if you're good at kiting in a cruiser, then this ship works really well for you. The turrets in the back here, at least the second turret, is a 360-degree rotating turret. I don't think that the third turret is. And so what that means is that you can change sides pretty darn easily. Oof, nice. And keep your turrets on target. And yeah, the 50mm is important. A lot of the German battleships at the high tiers have 50mm armor. Moskva's got 50mm deck armor. Stalingrad, Kronstadt, you get the idea. So the German cruisers, and when they get 203mm of pen, divide that by 4, that's 51mm, which means it can pen 50mm of armor. That's why German cruisers are HE spammers at high tier. Once you get to that 200, look at that, see? Third turret is a 360. See that, guys? So that means that this ship is really good at changing flanks quickly and efficiently, and you're able to keep your guns on target. Alright? So Leopard, you're doing a good job here of kiting away. It's unfortunate you've lost a couple of ships, but that's out of your control. Now you are getting a little close here. I'd like to see you turn south, slow down, and then start shooting. You can see there, and one way to detect if you need IFHE or not is when you're shooting at targets, if you get a lot of shatters, that's one thing to keep in mind. Although, watch where his shells hit. Those shells hit right on the turret. So of course you're going to shatter on his turrets. And you have to be really careful here. You're kind of painting yourself into a corner. You're going to have to turn out at some point. You're probably hoping to get into this smoke so that you can do it, which isn't a bad idea, but it's going to force you to head right for him in order to do that. Okay. Turn out now would be a good idea. Instead, though, you're turning in. I don't like this play, because I feel like that Giulio, Cesare, sorry, whatever, can really whack you here. SAT score, if you don't mind, can you tally up all of people's votes and let me know which ship replay was the most popular? I don't want to take my eyes off of things and pop that up. Okay, so the Emerald is now putting torps into the new mechs, which is good. Look at that, he just went right around. Oop, ow, ow, ow. Look at that. Look at how much damage you just took. And that wasn't really that necessary. However, it does put you in a decent position to HE spam the Cesare and the Nuremberg. Pausing for just 1 second because I want to take a screenshot of you sailing past the sinking New York. Something I used to do when I did the wiki screenshots and stuff like that. It's always kind of fun to look at this, and this is what I love is the telephoto effect here. Get down so we get rid of the border of the thing. And just look how cool that is, huh? Let's see if we can catch you firing a shot while you're doing that. Guns have reloaded. And of course you're not shooting. you're not shooting. Shoot something! Alright. Let's get the shot out of there. There we go. That's kind of neat, you know? Thanks, SAT. Alright, so we'll do a Jervis game next. That's fine. Count the electoral votes. Lol. Okay, now in this case here, because you've got those 360 turrets, I would start turning to the right here, because the way you're going right now, you're just kind of sailing out of range of just about everything other than the Giulio. So by turning here, you can keep your guns on the target, and you can get closer. It's one of the quirks of this ship because of those 360-degree turrets. Costa's going in and taking the cap, or trying to defend the cap from the Kami and the Giulio. I don't know about you guys, I'm really excited for this Tier 5 Junior ranked. I almost want to take the Konigsberg in. I think she's going to do really well. She's got the Hydro to defend herself from Kamikaze Torps and all the other Destroyer's torpedoes. So that'll be nice. Apologize for the noise in the background. Wife just got home from shopping and getting groceries. Okay, you're about to crash into an island. That might be something to deal with. And turn that way. Okie dokie. Again, I would be going along the B line here, because you can swing your guns all over the place. And ding, fries are done. See what I mean? Now you're looking at... Okay, now where do I go? So, you could have been about here. Which means you maybe would have had a shot on the Independence. Definitely would have been able to shoot the Congo. That's okay, though. Yeah, the Konigsberg is a lot of fun. The AP on it is really good at close range. Like I said, the HE is really nice with the extra spammy spam. This is a potential problem here. Although I like the fact that your carriers have you know, aren't just sitting there and being floating airfields. So that's good. Your Kamiar smells blood and he wants to kill that Independence. Farragut takes out New Mex, which is good. Kirov is probably going to die based on the New Mex, or the Queen Elizabeth down there on the Farragut. I would expect the Kirov to die. Yes, the 360 turret is really cool, and it's something that I don't think the Nuremberg gets. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I don't think the Nuremberg gets it. I'm pretty sure it's only this ship. But I mean, like, look at this right now, right? Like, you'd almost think this is a Russian ship because he could shoot himself. Like right in the rear turret there. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Anyway. The front turret is not 360 degrees. See, you got too much superstructure here to block you, so that front turret is definitely not 360. Now, there are a few other ships that can rotate 360-degree turrets, most notably the Tier 9 and Tier 10 British destroyers. Kirov has decided to die. I would be focusing on the Congo now, get a couple shots on him. If anything, just to take the Congo's attention away from the Kamikaze. Nuremberg can turn 360. Okay, cool. I couldn't remember because I was past both of these by the time Wargaming put them in, so I wasn't quite sure. Now, here's a situation where you're not sure who to go for. This Hydro, I don't know that I would have used it. I know you're thinking that Costa might be nearby. He might have looped around and done something like this. But here's where I would be focusing the Congo down. I mean, you could focus the Independence as well, I suppose. The fact that you are not detected might be a good indicator that the Acosta is nowhere near. I don't know why you keep turning back and forth to check like that, but you can see how your guns are moving as a result. If you're going to do that, hit the right-click button and right-click to look. Now, Acosta has just been targeted or detected. He's picked up by your Hydro. That's really huge for your Queen Elizabeth. You're telling your team that this guy's an important target to kill, which is good. Now you're taking your eye off of, I'm sure you're control clicking the fighters, or the catapult scout, which is also good. Unfortunately, the Emerald decided to smoke up and deny you completely of vision. So, LOL. I would be popping your catapult fighter at this point. Catapult fighter can see the Acosta as it loops around. It could also have helped to kill this guy. And as a result, would have kept you from taking that hit right there. See, it looks like you don't know what to shoot, and that is the worst target to shoot of all 4 remaining ships. There's absolutely no reason to be shooting that target. If anything, you should be going straight for the Congo right now. And or shooting this Independence. I mean, this guy's almost dead. If you really want to kill a carrier, see, now the Congo can focus completely on you. And now you've just realized, oh crap, that Congo is alone and he can shoot me. Now we know you're going to be shooting for a while here. Let's take a look at the Congo's turrets. Well, we don't need to because we'll know when he's shooting you now. That's an unfortunate fire. I would probably let it burn. Oh, you do have priority target. Okay. AP would be a good idea here because he is broadside to you. Okay, torpedoes. There you go. Forward. Forward. Always aim on and forward if you're going to aim on the indicator. The reason why I aim forward is because most likely this guy is going to turn in.
The ship is on fire. Problem solved, sir.
Nice kill there.
Battleship destroyed. Battle ends in 5 minutes.
I agree. You should be picking on one or the other. Either priority target or incoming fire alert. Don't take both. Acosta is by himself.
Thank you.
Killing the Queen Elizabeth probably. I don't know. And at this point, you're way ahead on points. You could charge after the carrier. Farragut's doing that. The big thing is, what's the Acosta going to do here? Because if the Acosta gets on the cap, there's still enough time for him to cap out. It takes, I think, 2.5 minutes. So I would be turning south. I'd be actually heading right for this gap here.
We've sunk an enemy aircraft carrier. Taking the lead.
I've experimented with incoming fire alert a bit. I don't like it. There are some people that really do like it. If you're the kind of person that plays extreme long-range cruiser, like a Russian cruiser, or even a German cruiser at extreme long ranges, it can be useful. But I don't find it to be that helpful. I'd rather use priority target. As you can see, the Acosta has chosen to throw the game by going after the carriers himself. That's unfortunate. Like I said, he probably could have won this game if he had just gone to the cap. Right, SAT is exactly right. IFA incoming fire alert is good to evade targets, but like I said, they're only really good if you play really far away from your target. If you don't, it's meaningless, because, okay, they shot at me, great. If I'm not already dodging, I'm probably going to take max damage. So, incoming fire alert, I find, actually does more damage than good. Sea Bear is exactly right there. Farragut is probably going to kill the Independence here. Yeah. To be fair, everyone should be shooting us. Oh boy. We're going to speed things up because it doesn't matter. You won. Congratulations. Okay, guys. Well, Alzu Leopard, I hope that this replay has helped you, give you some food for thought and some feedback there. So, thank you for sending in that replay. It's good to go back to Tier 5 every now and then, you know? We're going to do a Jervis replay next.